Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Inside IUE Sports. I'm your voice of the Red Wolves, Isaiah Hoffman, and here with me today I have the student success coach for student athletes, Mr. Austin Jones. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. It's good to have you in
Thank
the
you.
studio today. And Austin, if you could, can you just tell everyone kind of your role here at IU East, kind of go into what that title truly means?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm the student success coach for student athletes here at IU East. So basically, in a nutshell, what I do here is I basically help student athletes on their academic journey. So when it comes to I set up with them weekly or bi-weekly meetings, and we just go over like how they're doing, how they're feeling within their classes. So I'm able to provide them certain success strategies, so note-taking strategies, test-taking strategies as well. Also, I'm able to connect them to different resources on campus. So, for example, if a student's struggling in a math class, I can provide them a connection with our Math and Science Resource Center here at IU East. Also, if they're struggling with writing, their writing skills, we have a great writing center here at IU East. So I'm a connector, and I also, being a former student athlete, I can provide some wisdom just with certain life things they're struggling in, and provide some encouragement for them. So yeah, that's what I do.
All right, I got you. You just said you were a student athlete back in the day, but let's start with high school.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school? What sports did you play in high school? Was it multiple?
Yeah, so born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I am happy about that Bengals win yesterday. They beat the 49ers.
Yeah, they did beat the Niners.
Yeah, so happy about that. But in high school, I went to a school called Winton Woods High School, Cincinnati, Ohio. I only played one sport, just basketball. I was the football coaches tried to push me into playing football. They wanted me to play wide receiver, but I was like, I'll just stick to basketball. One sport's okay. I'm just content with one sport. So that was a great opportunity for me just to grow my basketball skills. I would say I started taking basketball seriously my junior year of high school. That's when I started to wake up before school, get shots up, or go to the weight room and lift before school. So I started taking it more seriously, and but I had a good athletic experience in high school.
So did you play JV freshman and sophomore year, or did you?
Oh yeah. So freshman year I played freshman JV.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then sophomore and junior year, I played JV. It wasn't actually until my senior year where I played varsity. I was a late bloomer.
Okay.
I was a very late bloomer. So my basketball skills kind of I guess you could say increased towards my latter part of my high school career. But it was good nonetheless.
And then you did tell me, before we started the interview, you did go to college. Where did you go to college again?
Yeah, I went to a school called Mount Vernon Nazarene University.
Is that also in Cincinnati?
No, it's in Mount Vernon, Ohio.
Okay.
It's also it's an NAIA school.
Gotcha.
In the Crossroads League, so teams like a lot of Indiana schools, so Huntington University, Grace College, Indiana Wesleyan, St. Francis, Goshen College. So we took a lot of traveling to Indiana.
Familiar, yeah.
So Bethel University and I think Mishawaka, Indiana. So a lot of long drives to Indiana. We would probably get back to campus after games at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So sometimes it would be rough. But I played basketball there as well. I had a pretty good basketball career there. I was able to score over 1,000 points. I made the all-conference team my senior year. So, but I would say I was a late bloomer there too. I ended up redshirting my freshman year. That transition from high school to college was a big one for me. I think mentally I wasn't there yet. Physically I wasn't there yet. So it took me some time to get used to the speed of the college game.
Yeah.
And but nonetheless, it was a great experience. I was able to mature, kind of like going from like a boy to a man type of thing during college.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I kind of had the same type of experience my freshman year as well.
Yeah.
So this position really suits you because you understand, what a student
Yeah.
athlete could be going through and stuff like that. When you were at college, other than the sports sides, academics wise, what was your major? Did it kind of tie in to what you're doing now here at IU East?
Yeah, it does. It does actually. So I majored in sports management, and I minored in management. And so kind of my plans after or once I graduated was to get into some type of athletic administrative type of role. So although I work in the Office of Student Success here at IU East, I still work heavily with the athletic department here.
Yeah.
And I'm still early into this position, so I'm still trying to build those relationships with the coaches. But it's been really good so far.
And then did you work anywhere here before? So coming out of college, did you
Yeah.
work anywhere here before, or you come in? Did you come before here?
So actually, the position before I had this position, I was a assistant men's basketball coach at Mount Vernon. So I actually spent a year there coaching. That was a great experience. I think coaching taught me how to not only lead by example, but lead vocally. As a player, I was more so a lead by example type of guy. But I think I was just more so had to step up and be more vocal in that role. As far as a coach, I think I had to be more assertive as well. And but yeah, it was a good experience.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What made you interested in the position at IU East? Why did you apply for it? What were the main interests? Did you have a meeting? How did that go? Everything else.
Yeah. So towards the end of my stay in Mount Vernon as a coach, it was probably around April. I figured that I wanted to figure out like what I want to do next, and I knew I wanted to do something different. So I was literally just typing like athletic administrator roles, and the one here at IU East popped up. So I looked at the job description. I knew it was going to be relationship oriented, meeting with student athletes. I knew I would be able to play an intricate role in helping them succeed in the classroom, which is something that is obviously is important because we want students to graduate and do well in the world. And I realized this would have been a great role if it was done at Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon doesn't have this role. So I was thinking to myself, if I was a student athlete, back then,
You would want that.
yeah, I would want this type of role. So I knew that this is something that I would have needed, and I felt like I had the specific skills to meet the role, and just the wisdom of being a student athlete, I think, kind of helps as well. So yeah.
What stood out to you about the position? You kind of told me
Yeah.
something there with how
Yeah.
it wasn't at your old school, but for you personally, what stood out to you the most that you think you could help, I guess, grow the position and help better the student athletes in the classroom?
Absolutely. So I think in the classroom, I think just helping them develop success strategies. So, for example, for me, when it comes to studying for exams, for quizzes, I was a very heavy, note card type of guy.
Okay.
So I would definitely use a lot of note cards when studying for tests or quizzes, and so that helped me as well within the classroom. But not only in the classroom, I think providing life skills for them. So sitting down with them, helping them understand, okay, what is it do you want to do after school? What is that thing? What is that thing for you? And so for me, with this role, I think with it just being very student athlete centric, it's centered around the student athlete and being a former student athlete. That's what drew me into the role. That's what helped me get a better understanding of what I want to do in the long term as well. So I realized, okay, this is something that could be a long time career for me, and I'm definitely grateful to be able to build the relationships with the student athletes I've had the opportunity to build good relationships with them already, and I feel like I'm starting to build a good trust with the student athletes.
Gotcha. Austin, thank you for joining me here today. It was an honor to get to know you and know what you do here at IU East working with our student athletes. But that is going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy, but don't go anywhere. We got more coming up right here on Inside IU East Sports.
Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by looking out for everyone's well-being. Let's shine by staying true to ourselves while surging toward the future. Let's shine with the best care possible and by treating you here, right in your hometown. Let's look out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.
It's a whole new way to watch the WCTV family of stations. Live, local broadcast television anytime, on any device, including your phone, computer, or television. Whether you're on the couch or on the go, simply launch the local BTV app and you'll instantly be able to watch all 3 of our channels, WCTV, WETV, and WGTV. Go to localbtv.com or download the free Local BTV app for your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. Watch what's happening in our community on Whitewater Community Television.
A spark, an invitation into the world of the unknown. It moves us to change, to grow. It asks us to dream bigger. An idea is better shared. It ignites us, and we make each other bright. We can do great things together.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Inside IU East Sports. And here with me for the second part of the show, I've got 2 members of the IU East track team here with me today. I've got Kyler Schultz and Kalia Loudon. How are you both doing today?
Good. Fantastic. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. I'm great.
Good? Ready to go?
Yep.
Ready to go.
We'll get into it just kind of plain and simple. Where did you guys go for high school, and was high school where you got interested in track, or was it more middle school, or was it a late bloom type of thing?
So I went to high school at Union County. I first got into track when I was actually in elementary school because one day my sister came home and she was like, I'm doing track, and I had to follow her footsteps. So I started doing hurdles when I was in 5th grade, just practicing, and I started competing in 6th grade, and I've just done hurdles ever since. High school was pretty good for me when it came to track. I did not have a coach throughout high school because our coach left. So it was kind of teaching myself throughout high school, which was really, really hard, and then adjusting when you get to college. But I really fell in love with track when I was in middle school because I had such a great coach that made me fall in love with the sport.
Kyler, what about you?
So I went to Hagerstown, and what really got me into track was actually also my sister, kind of, but at the same time was like football, because you do football and everybody expects you to, like, as a lineman, you're like, okay, he's gonna throw, he's gonna lift weights, and he's gonna do the heavy stuff. But I really started to fall in love with it kind of like during COVID.
Okay.
Because it was kind of like the one thing I could just go out there and do and just be like outside instead of just cooped up in the house, you know. But my experience, there was always like older people that were that were really like a lot better than me. So that was what I was like chasing after. It was kind of like motivation for me to just like keep doing it and keep getting better. So yeah, that was.
What other sports did you do in high school, and how was high school for you? Did you enjoy high school? And just kind of talk about that whole experience, because high school does kind of shape who you are coming into college, but obviously you change throughout the 4 years at college. So how was your high school experience? Was there any extra sports that you played, and why was track ultimately the choice?
So in high school, I played basketball. I did cheerleading and competitive cheerleading, and then track, of course. Overall, I picked track just because it was the best. I won conference 3 years in a row when it came to hurdles, and it was just something that it's an individual sport, but a team sport. So you can shine by yourself, but you can also shine as a team. So if you do bad alone, then you can make that up in like a relay or something, and that team atmosphere is great, but you also always have support from your teammates that are cheering you on. High school was great for me. I was always outgoing, I was always involved, so I was on homecoming court and things like student council, so it was great interacting with people, and I'm a very people person. I like to talk, I like to meet new people, and overall, I just enjoyed high school because that's where my friends are made, my lifelong friends, and then I got to do what I love every day between each sports. I never had an off season, so I went straight from cheer, straight to basketball, straight to track, so I was always go, 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 but I was always involved, and I think that was the best part of high school, is being able to experience those and create memories with people I will remember forever. So I miss high school, but college is great, so yeah.
I did football for 4 years, well, more than that, but in high school I did cheerleading as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a little, we called it Stunt Squad, and it was just basically just a bunch of football guys who'd go in there and just lift them and run the student section for basketball games. High school was fun. Yeah, it was busy, like she said, being a 3-sport athlete. Going from football to cheerleading to winter conditioning to track and all that stuff. But I really enjoyed my time in high school. I had a lot of friends, and it was just fun doing all the sports with them together, like from like first grade all the way up, like youth sports and all that. So it was pretty cool.
What you said? So you did play football, correct? Why track over football and cheer and everything else?
So I went on a couple visits for football at a couple different colleges, and I just didn't like the atmosphere that was like introduced to me there, like certain like locker room aspects that just wasn't for me, and so I just decided come do track somewhere close to home.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. So why? There was probably other visits that you had college-wise for track. What was ultimately the decision to come to IU East, and why was that the pick for both of you?
Oh gosh, I went on so many visits. It was hard being able to pick between the schools until I went on a visit at IU East, and I came by myself. I didn't come with my parents, so I was scared, but the coach made me feel at home that I went on my recruit tour with.
Who was the coach?
JW.
Okay.
But he left as soon as the school year started last year until we got our new coach, and then now we have a different coach. But yeah, I went on my recruit, and I fell in love with it because although it's small, no matter what, you're going to get to run. So if I were to commit somewhere like Ball State, it was iffy if I was even going to be able to run freshman year, just because there's so many other athletes that are better than me, and I'd have to work towards that spot. When at IU East, I can work towards that goal and still compete at the same time. And then the atmosphere for just like the classroom, the one-on-one help, if I ever need anything, we have so many different resources. And then it's a plus that I'm close to home, so if anything happens, I can drive home. But I get the independent feeling, the big college feel at a small college, because you can live on campus, you can still compete at the higher level, because we competed at almost all D1 meets last year. That really pushed us and strive us to be better in that aspect. So I think IU East was home for me, and I didn't get that feel at any other college, especially because I didn't want to stay in a dorm. So
I get you.
Yeah.
I got that, yeah.
It's a lot of the same stuff for me. Like, I didn't go on many visits. because kind of like my not ultimate goal, but like I was only like focused on just coming here. Like I wanted to stay close to home and just do track if that was possible, and if not, then I'd just be doing school. But what was the second part of the question?
Just the visit, just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, what stood out to you about the visit? Why over other schools, basically?
Like she was going on about the just the atmosphere, because it's like you get that one-on-one help, because there's so many like teachers here who like value like your education and that want you to get a good education and stuff like that. So just I kind of compare it to like it's just kind of like a high school, college. You know what I mean? Like, because in high school you get the help that you need to succeed, and that's the same thing you get here.
No, I get it. I do get that comparison from the high school that I went to here. They're both very like, you know, they can check, and if they feel like they need to help you, you know, they can set up a meeting, stuff like that. And I think that is what's the best thing about IU East, being on the smaller sides of things when it comes to just academic help and stuff like that. Speaking of academics, what are both of your guys' majors?
So I'm a human life science major with a minor in coaching.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I'm a business admin major with sports management and marketing.
Gotcha. So what's the goal, you know, outside of college? You know, maybe you want to continue track outside of college, but if not, what is the plan to do with, you know, the major or minor that you guys are trying to work towards once you graduate from IU East?
So right now, I actually coach high school athletes, which is what I want to do after college. So
Where do
running.
you coach right now?
I coach at Centerville. I coach hurdles.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So outside of college, I want to continue coaching, maybe at a higher level. We'll see. If not, but I definitely want to get into athletic training. That's my ultimate goal, is just to go into athletic training and get my feel, like if I want to do it. If not, I'm doing an internship this summer. If not, maybe I'll go to med school. We'll see. It's all up in the air. I haven't made my decision yet, but I think I want to deal with athletes lifelong. So that's just something I'm passionate about.
What about you, Kyler?
Yeah, obviously it'd be awesome to continue like track after college, but that doesn't work out. I think something like what she said, like I've always loved sports, been around it, and so I think if I could just do anything to keep me in sports, like coaching or like helping out, just like, I don't know, something like that. I haven't figured it out yet. But
No, I get it. I'm interested about the coaching part, and just because, you know, everyone's kind of got that goal. Like, you know, I've thought about coaching, and I'm like, okay, college, maybe not a big college, but kind of like this atmosphere. Is that the goal when you think about it? Like, when you really sit down and think, like, is it the high school level? Is that the sweet spot, or is it higher up, or as high as you can get?
I think as an athlete in high school, not having a coach, it really pushed me to be able to help those athletes grow. And, you know, I travel really far to go coach athletes. You know, I do a lot of one-on-one help just because I did not have that experience. So coaching the high school level was huge to me because I did not get that help, and I want to be able to provide that for those athletes. And hurdles is hard to coach. It's hard to find a coach. So it's like, if I can just start at the high school level and stay at the high school level to help those kids for now, and then dream big. If I go up to the college level, then so be it. But right now, high school is where my heart is, and I'll continue coaching athletes. You know, I live in Indiana, but I travel to Ohio to coach. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it, and it's just something I love. And maybe I'll learn more than just hurdles to coach other athletes. Hurdles and sprints is my main area, but I want to help any athlete I can. So.
Gotcha. Kyler, when you think about that coaching, you know, that coaching idea in the future, is it the high school level? Is it the college level? Maybe even the middle school level? You know, what do you see, kind of, basically?
Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be mad if I started off at high school, but I think not that there isn't like people that don't necessarily like just do sports just to do them, like, because when you get to college, you kind of find like athletes who love what they do and like are passionate about that, and so that's kind of like what I'd want to coach. So probably like starting out at high school and then moving up to college.
I gotcha. And then last but not least, looking on the upcoming season, what are your guys' personal goals for this year, and also the meet you're looking forward to the most?
Okay, so the meet I'm looking forward to the most this year is indoor conference.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I love the thrill, the adrenaline rush of being indoors at conference. It's small, but there's so many people there, and
The
like
energy.
It's always up in the air. It's always pushing you. My goal this year is it's always me versus me. I'm competing against myself. I want to do better than who I was last race, last meet, last year. Like, it's always me versus me. So each meet I want to progress. I want to make progress in my times. My ultimate goal is to kind of be back where I was in high school, because last year I kind of like fell off because I had a lot of different health issues. But this year I just want to get back on track. I want to be stronger. I want to be a better athlete. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. So if I can continue doing better, my love is just going to grow and grow more for this sport. So ultimately, I just want to be better each race.
Gotcha. Kyler, to end us off, what you got for us?
I mean, the ultimate goal would be, like, especially since going into my third year here, nationals for sure. Like, I want to just compete indoor and outdoor, but kind of like what she said, just getting better day by day, and just like, even if it's just by an inch, just keep getting better. The meet that I'm looking forward to the most, it'd probably have to be outdoor conference, or maybe that first meet.
That first meet?
I'll say that first meet.
All right.
Yeah, because
when's that first meet?
December 8th.
December 8th?
Yep.
All right. I do wish you guys luck. That is going to do it for us. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys did enjoy the
Absolutely.
interview there.
Yeah.
I know you said you did some interviews in high school, so you got to get interviewed. Got to see the different side of it. Make sure you guys do go check out the track team this year for their indoor and outdoor season. That's going to do it for another episode of Inside IUE Sports. We'll see you next time.